What's up, guys? My name is Cyan. It's been a long time since we've seen that intro. If you're coming from my channel, if you're coming from Root Gaming, so dude. Today I want to talk a little bit, some editorial content. The headline reads, "Is there enough content in StarCraft 2 to support weekly talk shows?" This is a discussion that I want to spark because I've seen people in the community talking about it, and most recently, Wardy and Lycan are back with the Natural Expansion show, and they've announced that that will be a bi-weekly show rather than a weekly format. So I think this is a good time to talk about weekly talk shows in StarCraft, because a lot of people are saying that there's not enough content to support a weekly show. It's smarter for people to go bi-weekly, and I personally disagree with that. I'm not sure how much that issue plays into Natural Expansion. I'm sure most of the reason why they went bi-weekly is just time constraints, because it does take a lot of time to do something like that, like a show like that. And to be totally clear, no hate involved at all. I really liked episode 1 of Natural Expansion. I think it's going to have a bright future. Wardy and Lycan are awesome, so like don't get your signals crossed. This isn't like a hit piece or anything like that. I think they're doing just fine, and I respect their decision to do it bi-weekly. So I actually believe that there's more than enough content to do a weekly talk show in StarCraft 2, so much so that in fact most weeks you're not going to hit on everything that you could. I'm actually hoping to have the time to bring Please Pause into a daily format rather than a weekly format. It's not going so well so far because I'm kind of bad at time management, but that's the thing that I want to do because I believe that there's enough content, there's enough to talk about in StarCraft 2 to do that. Looking at just today alone, Friday the 13th in January 2017, I mean, IEM Katowice announced huge details about the IEM Katowice tournament, and in 2 weeks from now, that's not going to be a very topical topic. That's not going to be an issue that people want to hear discussed. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a dead horse, because 2 weeks from now, that's half a month. Most of the conversations surrounding that news will have just been played out. Now, of course, maybe there will be more news coinciding with IEM Katowice at that point. Maybe you get to talk about something else. But if not, then you're kind of stuck in the mud, right? It's an old discussion. Most of the diehards are going to look at it and be like, oh, well, this isn't particularly engaging because I've already seen all the discussions that could be had about this. And of course, most of the newer fans or most of the more casual fans are going to look at it and say, well, this isn't particularly engaging. This is news from 2 weeks ago. At least that's what I expect would happen. And that's just one example of one piece of news from this week. We've also got the ESPN Esports Awards. WESG is running right now, and I think that that could be a great topic of discussion. Team Liquid, Pig, and Spawning Tool have partnered with Overwolf for Overwolf entering the StarCraft 2 universe. There's lots of topics to talk about for this week alone, and in a week from now, there will be even more. So another issue that you face is flooding your show, making it so dense with content that you need to pick and choose what you talk about. Maybe something that is worth talking about doesn't get mentioned just because of time constraints. It's just another thing to think about. It's another aspect of this. A lot of people like to use the dead game idea to kind of propagate the theory that there's not enough to talk about in StarCraft 2, that there's no news in StarCraft 2. But I mean, there's tons of news in StarCraft 2. There's news happening every day, really. So you tell me what you think. What do you guys say about this? Do you believe that there's enough content in StarCraft 2 on a weekly basis to support your Please Pauses or your Dank Shrines? Or do you think that we should switch to a bi-weekly format because there's not enough interesting and engaging topics week to week? Let me know in the comment section down below. Shoutouts to Root Gaming. Thanks for spreading me around. Thanks for sharing this video. Thanks for hosting me on your website. If you like what I do, if you like the video, please comment, like, subscribe here on YouTube. Also follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Twitter, you'll get all of the things that I do, written, streams, videos, but it's important to follow me on all networks because I know you love me. Come on, I love you back. Thanks a lot, guys. Keep an eye out for more esports related content. Peace.